Welcome. This is Father Mark Toops with the Office of Parish Support, welcoming you into a conversation about youth formation in our parishes within Bishop Fobb's vision for youth formation in the Diocese of HOUMA, Thibodeaux. I want to begin this morning by just saying Happy Easter to all of you. I pray that your Holy Week was filled with grace, and I pray that Easter joy is alive in your hearts. As we receive Bishop Fobb's vision for youth formation, not only did it pierce my heart, but I was also reminded that if we are going to begin to phase in new youth formation in our parishes, we have to do that. We have to phase it in. There's no expectation that we would do everything all at once, and there's no expectation that we would do it overnight. The beauty of his vision for youth formation is also aligned with phasing it in 1 year at a time. And so this video is for those parishes who are ready for year one, beginning in the fall of 2019. What would a new approach for youth formation look like in year one, which would focus on our 9th through 12th graders, knowing that year two would focus on our junior high students, year three, our students up to 5th grade. So what does year one look like for those parishes ready to move forward with a new approach for high school students? And specifically, what can we do now? For so many of our parishes, the build up to Holy Week was just that, getting ready for Holy Week. And of course, celebrating the joy of Easter. And now that Easter is alive in our hearts and we find ourselves looking ahead to next year, what can we do now that Easter has come and gone? We're going to learn from the wisdom of our pilot parishes, and we're offering you what they've learned. The beauty of having pilot parishes in our diocese is as they move ahead and they begin to experiment with implementation, they've learned, they've been taking notes, and we can learn from them. What went well, and how did they do that? What would they do differently if they could do it all over again? And what wisdom would they want to share with you? This video is designed to share that wisdom, and they are recommending, and we are recommending to you, that we consider 4 things at this time of the year from Easter into the summer. Number 1, to build a youth formation team. Number 2, we need people to work with the students in the fall. Number 3, cast a vision to parents. And number 4, some aspects of the calendar, which we will more further unpack in another video. Let's start with building a youth formation team. The first thing that we're recommending to those parishes who are ready to move forward is to take the pressure off of just one person. We've got some great leaders who have heroically given themselves to not only the parishes, but to the young people in their parishes, our DREs, our youth ministers, doing great work in the past. However, we don't want the pressure to be on one person. And so as we build a core leadership team in our parishes, we're doing that so that we have more people at the table, you might say, so that there's less pressure on any one person. A youth formation team consists of those people who will help with discernment, planning, and coordinating efforts for all aspects of youth formation in the parish. Of course, this can start with the DRE, or for those parishes who have retitled that as the coordinator of youth formation, or the youth minister, or other people. But we are recommending that parishes consider building a team approach, a leadership team that would together discern, plan, and coordinate the big picture of youth formation in the parishes. Now again, this will aid those who are in the classroom working with the students. But this youth formation team, this is a leadership team that's working outside the classroom. It could be comprised of some people who are in the classroom, but this is a group of, you might say, 3 to 5 people who are assisting in the discernment, the planning, and the coordinating of details that gets us ready, you might say, for the classroom. We're recommending a group of 3 to 5 people who can be helpful to the designated leader in your parish for shared responsibility. How do you find that team? How do you build a team? Well, you can start with the current volunteers in the classroom. Maybe there are some people who have been serving with the students in the past, and if we invite them into a more expanded leadership position, they'd be ready for that. It could be the people who are already working with you because they know the students themselves. Maybe they've heard Bishop Fobb's vision. They really like it. They feel captured by it, and they want to give more of themselves. If you need to or desire to pray with your implementation team, they're already accustomed to discerning and listening to the Lord for people who maybe have not been involved in parish ministry in the past, who might be being called by God to do that. So the first place you might look for these 3 to 5 people is with the people in the classroom who get the vision, who love the vision, who are ready for Bishop Fobbs' vision. Or it could be discerning new people who get the vision and love the vision and who are ready to give of the vision. Or thirdly, you might just look and see with new eyes. Now that you have the youth formation team in your imagination, and just as you go to Mass, just look differently at people. Maybe you start to see someone who you would never have thought of in the past, but now that you have the youth formation team in your brain, you're like, that person would be great. What's critical for these 3 to 5 people is that they understand who the designated leader is, and they also understand Bishop Fobbs' vision. It's the vision that he has that drives everything from now on. Whoever's going to serve on the youth formation team has to get the vision and love the vision, and then want to help implement that vision in our parishes. If you have any questions about how to build a youth formation team, give us a call in Office of Parish Support. Ask for Kristen or for Joe. We'd love to have some personal conversation with you to help you with any questions you have about why or how to build your youth formation team in your parish. Now, we're also going to need those adults who are going to help with the students in, you might say, the small groups. So let's talk about what do we need to do in the month of May or into the summer to confirm new adult mentors, or those who are going to be working with our students in the classroom. Of course, you already have people who are helping you with your high school students, and so you want to start there. Which of the volunteers who are already working with our 9th through 12th graders heard Bishop Fobbs' vision? They get his vision. They say they want to say yes to that. They want to give themselves to a new vision. You're going to have people in the classroom now who are going to want to move with you into a new model. Sit down, have some conversation with them one-on-one, and ask them if they're ready to move forward with you with a new approach for youth formation. Now, you may have some who are going to say thank you for the privilege that they've had, but who don't feel called to small groups and who don't feel called to necessarily move forward at this time implementing Bishop Fobbs' vision, and that's okay too. What we have found in our pilot parishes is that some of the current teachers moved on with the new approach, and some of the current teachers said thank you and are now able to give themselves to other ministries. Whatever it looks like in your parish, have some one-on-one conversation assessing your current volunteers and who wants to move forward within the new model. Which of course means that for many of our parishes, we're going to need to recruit new people to work with our students in the fall. I want to offer some words of encouragement to us, reminding us that if God is the one who is calling us into introducing a new aspect of youth formation in our parishes, God already knows who those new volunteers are. Again, how do you find new volunteers? You can partner with your implementation team and pray with them. Let the process that has been so generous and fruitful so far in discerning new names be something that aids you. If you don't know much about your implementation team, ask your pastor. Ask the pastor who's the primary contact for that implementation team. Get to know them. Get to know how is it that they have discerned in the past, and what fruit have they seen from that discernment. Again, as we said earlier with the youth formation team, as you're looking for new volunteers who are going to be working with high school students in the fall, you may just look at Mass differently. You might go to all the Masses and just look and see people. Maybe you see people that you haven't seen before, or maybe you are looking at people you've seen before, but you haven't seen them in the way that it places on your heart that they might be good to work with the youth in the fall. However the process unfolds, we of course are going to need to not only assess if our current volunteers want to move forward with us, but we're going to need to recruit new volunteers. Just like I said in step one, if you need help with the particular details of how to do that, give us a call in the Office of Parish Support and we can assist you in that. Casting the vision to our current teachers as well as our new volunteers and parents is going to be essential. So some words of encouragement in casting the vision to people in the month of May and into the summer. We're going to encourage you to host 2 separate meetings. Have one just for parents And then have, you might say, a vision casting meeting for the volunteers. Consider having a vision casting meeting for your current teachers and those that you are inviting to discern if they should join you in the fall in small groups. Why would a vision casting meeting help you in the recruitment? Because we're not just asking people to work in small groups, we're asking people to serve the students in small groups within a vision that Bishop Fobb has for the youth of our diocese. And if the small groups don't capture people's hearts, sometimes the vision can. But whether it's our parents or whether it's the volunteers, having meetings where you cast the vision and then spell out the details can be much better than a letter that you send home through the students. If you need help, we've got a PowerPoint resource that's already available for you. All you have to do is download that PowerPoint, click away. It kind of helps you walk through the meeting. We have designed that to make it real easy for you. Again, with the previous steps, if you have any questions about how to do that, give us a call in the Office of Parish Support, and we're here to help you with that. Finally, you want to determine your calendar. A couple of things that you may want to do. You want to consider the calendar for next year in lieu of some of the building blocks. We have other videos along with this one that are addressing some of the building blocks of implementing new youth formation in your parish. Consider what part of the liturgy might play in your formation, and consider ways of easing into the transition. Again, we have some calendar videos that are already there to help you as you move forward. Hope this video has been helpful. Again, the 4 things that you can be doing right now. You can consider your youth formation team. Number 2, you're going to want to assess the volunteers that you're going to need. Number 3, you want to cast the vision to people. And number 4, you want to start looking at the calendar. Those are the 4 things that you can do now in the month of May into the summer that will help you get ready for a fall of 2019, year 1 implementation of new aspects of youth formation. Any questions you have about this video, call Joe or Kristen in the Office of Parish Support, here to help you with that. Again, happy Easter to all of you. Hope that you are filled with Easter joy. Looking forward to other videos with you. And until we meet you there, God bless you.